Hello everybody, welcome back. We're going to check out what our what's gonna happen now that we're apparently Shadowrunners. You scramble up a ladder and through an accessway where the sewer system spits you out into the Hong Kong Mass Transit Railway System, the MTR. Crossing the rails, you climb up the platform and into the station. Above you is Heoi. Oh god. That's not how it's pronounced. Where the rat shaman and the little decker plan to plead your case to Kindly Chang, the one woman they know who can help you get underground and off the grid fast. But there will be a price. Chang is a triad boss whose favors tend to come with strings attached. The sounds of a waterfront at night leak down from the stairway to the surface. Peering up the steps, you can catch a glimpse of the night sky, overcast and low. Okay. I'm gonna just say Lahoy. I am it. Sewers deposit you into a series of mechanical access ways that eventually link to a system of railway tunnels. Gavet leads you through 5 or 6 magnetically sealed doors and across several sets of electrified tracks until she indicates you've reached your destination. She holds up her hand, indicates the surrounding platform. This is the MTR station for... Huey Lewis in the news. Once you go up these stairs, you'll be in our neighborhood. Kindly Chang runs her operation out of a Mahjong parlor there called Swift Winds. Wu rips off his goggles. There's an APB out on us. How do you expect us to get to this Swift Winds place without taking a bullet? Okay, I'm gonna need to look up how this is pronounced. Bear with me. Because if this is gonna be a like recurring like location name, I don't want to stuff it up like I did with all the ones in Dragonfall. Like that's okay. Hyoi. I'm gonna say it's Hyoi. Which is, I guess, kind of close. Hyoi. So, Hyoi is well known as a protected area. Kindly Chang sees to that. It's a shadow community. Smugglers, hijackers, black marketeers. You get the idea. Cops tend to give the place a wide berth. Isabel gives a shallow nod. Her gaze remains planted on the floor. Police cameras don't last long here. Between the smog and the cloud cover, we shouldn't have to worry about drone surveillance either. The HKPF won't find you. Not if you follow our lead. Gobbet widens her stance, puts her hands on her hips. Now, here's how this is gonna work. You can't get an audience with Chang until we secure you an invitation. So me and Iz will go on ahead and pay our respects. Then we'll request that she sees you. Politely. An invitation, how do we get that? Rat Shaman smirks. Kiss her ass until it shines. Isabel sighs. It's about the size of it. Gavet holds up a hand. One more thing. Kindly Chang is a dangerous woman. She may seem friendly, but don't let your guard drop. And whatever you do, do not disrespect her. I know how to behave myself. You'd better. If you don't, it's all of our asses. She lets her hand fall, nods to the three of you. Okay, we'll go on ahead and smooth the way. Just give us a few minutes head start. Why shouldn't we talk to anybody? She rolls her eyes and lets out a little grunt. I said the place was protected, not that you're protected. Isabel fiddles with her deck. No one knows you here, and outsiders aren't welcome in Hyoi. Gavet eyes Wu up and down. Plus, your friend here radiates cop. Cops are even less welcome than outsiders. And she looks your way. And you're not exactly ordinary either, are you? I like to think I have a certain flair. A flair for the dramatic. I can blend in when I need to. She smiles for the first time. Not in our neighborhood, Seattle. If people see us strolling through town together with no prior explanation, we might not make it to the Mahjong parlor at all. I get it. Her eyes narrow and she nods approvingly. That's good. You catch on real quick. We need your sins burned as badly as you do. And you need to figure a way out of this shit, or we're all dead. She quickly turns away. See you at the Mahjong parlor. Shadowrunner's footsteps quickly fall away, and then you're alone with Wu. He grunts something unintelligible and begins panther-stalking back and forth again, boot prints of sewer water and muck marking his path on the subway platform behind him. Minutes pass. Wu stops his pacing and runs both hands over his face, groaning a sound of anxiety and disgust. Dissipates, and he stands there silently, his hands covering his face and his shoulders shaking with emotion. Then he begins to laugh. It's a laugh that comes from down deep, from the place where fear and frustration and impotence swirl. But the barrier holds. Wu focuses, taking control of his breathing, and his laughter begins to slow. He becomes himself again. Oh my god, Kira. Are you fucking kidding me? What the hell are we doing here? How do we get into this? He drops his hands and turns to you, shaking his head in disbelief. I think I'm gonna lose it. Go ahead. I mean, we're alone. Wu walks to the wall of the subway station silently. He stands there a moment lost in thought, and then his fists explode in a flurry of punches. He hits the wall hard, sending plaster crumbling to the floor at his feet. That's gonna hurt? Okay. He breathes heavily for a moment, head down, hands on hips, spent. Carter's dead, Kira. They fucking ended her. He puts a hand to his forehead. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Sounds like she was more than just your partner. Oh. He turns to you with a blank face. More than just a partner. Of course she was. And then he gets in, his hackles raised. She was my training officer, you idiot. My mentor. I mean... Oh? Wu waves you off with a gnarled hand. Carter was my partner. She had my back. Do you get how important that is? What it means to lose that? When you're out there on the streets facing down a food riot, you need to know someone's looking out for you. That you're standing next to someone you can depend on. That was Carter. His shoulders slump and he exhales heavily, and she was like my compass. Or my anchor, or some shit. She kept me, I don't know, sane. I get it. You're sane. I mean, this is shock and grief. Yeah, I suppose so. Screw it. Whatever she was, I'm throwing her down the memory hole. You know why? Because it doesn't matter now. Because we're gonna burn our sins. Jesus Christ, you get what this means? The moment we do that, we're dead. To all the world, we're dead. Wiped clean. He counts it off on his fingers. Raymond, house we grew up in, my career, Carter, all gone. No home, no money, no identity, nothing. He waves his hand, brushes it all away. We'll be nobody. Put on your big boy pants. We were street kids. We're used to being nobody. Chill? Who the fuck are you to tell me to chill after what just happened? And you aren't losing what I'm about to lose either. Our paths went different directions a long time ago. His neck cranes forward, his lower jaw thrust out ahead of him. You left me behind, goddammit. You left me behind. Memories flash bright. Suddenly, you're back 8 years ago on the streets outside of Raymond's house. Just you and Wu in the middle of the night. Oh, flashback. You can't just leave like this, Kira. What am I gonna say to Raymond? You know how he is. I got something I gotta attend to. I can't wait. That's what he keeps saying, but he still won't tell me what's going on. What's so important you have to run out now in the middle of the night without even telling Raymond why? You can see it on... He's distraught. You can see it on his face, hear it in his voice. He used to be lost without you. It's a job. Some people messed with me, and I don't intend on letting them get away with it. I need to see a guy about a deal. Good kind. The big kind. I've got a friend in a bind. Oh, that would actually tie right into Shadowrun Returns. I've got a friend in a... I mean, to be honest, like... a couple of these would tie into I got a friend in a bind. His eyes widen. I thought I knew all your friends. He shakes his head. I don't like this. Sounds like kind of shit we said we'd leave behind. Look, whatever's going on, I can tell you one thing. Raymond will not approve. I'll deal with that when I get back. It won't be long. You know, 2-3 days tops. Why do you think I'm sneaking out? Be back before the weekend. 2-3 days tops. You remember the look on Duncan's face as you walked away. The events that followed were a blur, one that you don't care to remember. 3 days later, you were behind bars in a private corporate prison. No interrogation, no charges, no appeal. Years later, some corporation bought some other corporation, and the new board of directors pushed through some sort of reform agenda, and the higher-ups gave an order. Then you were out with a few hundred new into your name, and one scary-as-hell non-disclosure agreement ensuring your silence. Not that it mattered to you anymore. You were starting fresh, determined. Until Raymond tracked you down. Left you that voicemail, brought you back to Hong Kong, and back together with Duncan Wu. Huh? You realize Wu's been staring at you. Let's hear it. Where the hell have you been all this time? Why didn't you contact me? At least to tell me you were alive. You're a cop. Why didn't you go looking? I was locked up tight. Corporate black site. No communication. No shit. He squints at you. Full lie detector mode. Ah. Fuck. I had no idea. Range of emotions play across Wu's face. He stares at the ground for some time before finally looking back up at you with a heavy sigh. Wow, I really don't know how to process that one right now. I don't know. If we're still alive tomorrow, we can talk more. This shit's too much. We're marooned on this island, hunted by cops, and my partner's dead, Raymond's missing. We're about to go see a crime lord about erasing our goddamn identities. And as a bonus, our only allies are a pair of tiny criminals who'd kill us if they could, so they didn't have to deal with us. He rubs his head viciously. Listen, Kira, back in the Barrens. Whenever I was out of control, you just handled the situation. Remember? With Carter gone, I'm just a raw nerve. I'm afraid I'm going to slip back. People are going to start getting hurt again. I got your back. He stares at you hard, like he's trying to see something inside your head. His voice comes out flat. We'll see. Just don't press it. Anytime we get used to you. Let's go meet that triad woman. Get our damn sins burned. I want to rip off a bandage as fast as I can. Yeah, let's go. Let's see what Hong Kong looks like. Should be exciting, right? Hey! Hoi, a makeshift boat city latched onto the Kai Tak riverfront like a parasite. Behind you, a massive snarl of dark and derelict high-rises dominates the horizon. The wild city. Wild. The wild. The Weald. That's Darkest Dungeon. Use the intercom. What's this intercom? A massive steel security door is set into a bunker-like concrete wall. There's no sign or identification of what the place is. The battered intercom is encased in a cage of welded steel and armor glass. Grainy letters are barely readable on the screen. Chrome Alley, medical services and mechanical repair, premises protected by deadly weapons and infectious disease. Great. Hi. It's a crackle of static, and then a brusque voice answers. What do you want? The voice's Cantonese is precise, but the accent sounds American. What is this place? It's a chicken factory. What do you want? Looking for a medical clinic? Yeah, it's me. Listen, lady, I don't know you. I don't like people I don't know. Who sent you? I'm friends with Isabel and Gobbet? Yeah, those two dragged some real prizes out of the river. You get a nightjar to vouch for you, I'll consider you the time of day. Got it? You don't keep up with current events, do you? Nightjar's dead. There's a long silence on the intercom. Crying shame if that's true, and I saw that one coming. So you just washed up with Isabel and Gobbet, huh? You know what that tells me? You're here today, and you'll be gone tomorrow. I'll keep my distance. Forget it, I'm going. Alright. We'll be back. Don't you worry one bit. Okay, looks like we can't go further that way. Would help to have a map, but to use some memes that are oh so popular in the internet's worlds. Hi, where's the that's close enough, friend. Club is members and invites only. I suggest you just move along. Gotcha. Okay, so we're not going there yet. How about, hi. Thug looks at you dead-faced. Despite his street clothes, he wears a high-tech earpiece. Entrance to the walled city is closed to foreigners. Okay. Thank you for that lovely bit of information. Where are we? Where can we go, then? What all is down here? Hi, anybody? No? Okay. We'll check out this bolt hole. Hello. Give us... Yep. The original name has been sloppily painted over with black paint. Newer but somewhat weathered characters have been painted in bold brushstrokes and read bolt hole. Oh, okay. Alright. Fair enough. I need to find a Mahjong part. Do you know anything about Mahjong? Hi. Just off the docks, you spot a sea-worn man with a smile that's almost too wide for his head. His teeth shine white against the thick black bush of his beard. His clothes are a myriad of colors, patterns, and fabrics, a smattering of cultures draped across his body. If there's anything he's clearly advertising, it's the extent of his travels. You see something you like? His voice is coarse, like steel wool on your eardrums. Okay. Come and get it, 'cause now's your last chance. Everything is on sale. You won't find prices like these anywhere else, my friend. You from around here? No, not I. Not here. Plans to leave these waters soon as I wrangle up enough supplies to do so. He leans towards you, voice lower, breath surprisingly free of alcohol. There are things happening here. Locals call them dreams. I call them evil. And I don't want no more of that. What did you dream about? Doesn't matter. All I remember clearly is how I felt during and after, drained as if these dreams leached away some of my good years. No more of that. If you know what's good for you, you'll leave too. I'm not in a position to leave. His overlarge smile turns into a deep frown. That's a right shame, my friend. I suggest you try to find yourself a way out. Nothing good can come of these dreams. They'll get inside of you, scar you. These goods of yours look like they look like they've changed hands a few times. You selling stolen merchandise? He shrugs, motion nonchalant and uncaring. I take what I can get. Sometimes I find things. Sometimes I take things. Sometimes I play the game. Invest a little. Make a little something more in return. He crosses his arms and looks you over. Why do you ask? You judging a perfectly respectable businessman such as myself in these harsh times? You've never been in this business. I can see it. You've no right to fault me. You gotta do what you gotta do. That's right, and I get by. Thankfully, I've got no family to feed, just some crewmates, so I keep myself afloat. Even make a little extra to enjoy life's finer things, like traveling. He nods his head approvingly. Anyway, I'm nearly stocked up. Just a few more trades and a few more sales, and I'll be on my way to Macau. Macau. This is your last chance to buy any of my wares before I set sail, so have a look and take your time. Sure. Show me what you're... I don't know what we have. It wouldn't be bad to get some, we don't have a lot of money, though. And we don't have, so we have a Shetty Security 500. Okay, well, this is not... Yeah, it's not better, strictly speaking. So, I think we could buy a trauma kit. Buy a med kit. Buy 2 med kits. Just because we're not well not well stocked up, and we kind of want to change that. Okay, all right. Can I find some? Oh, hey, Mahjong, cool. Maybe hit a save real quick. Actually, we should probably use some of that karma too, as it happens. We could stand to level up a little bit. Although, how do we want to level? So, do we want to go the same way that we did in Dragonfall, where we are primarily like charisma and int? So we're not gonna need a little bit of quickness, but not an overly large amount, because we're just gonna be getting just gonna be using pistols. And I don't think we're going to be using cyberware weapons. So I don't believe we're going to need this cyberware affinity. Although it's cool. Like, I would be interested in making a character that does use that kind of stuff. A little bit of biotech wouldn't be bad either. Okay. Use charisma just to get us closer to a new etiquette. 2 into biotech, which kind of maxes out what we got here, but cool. Mahjong. The Swift Wind's Mahjong Parlor, filled with the stink of cigarette smoke, the incessant click-clacking of Mahjong tiles, and the grim faces of hardened gamblers. Who can we talk to in here? Nobody? Just, literally just the, okay. Come in. We have a lot to talk about. You can feel every eye in the room as you cross the Mahjong Parlor to a middle-aged woman sitting patiently at its end. The click-clack of ivory-colored tiles stops. Hands stray beneath tables, into jacket pockets, behind backs. The woman has the face of a prison guard and the demeanor of an inmate. Her salt and pepper hair is pulled into an iron-hard bun, and beneath it 2 shiny black eyes offer nothing. Buttons sewn on a doll. A nearly empty bottle of something foul rests on her mahjong table, nestled between a pair of dirty shot glasses. Tiny puddles of brown linger at their bottoms. Gobbet and Isabel stand on the other side of the table, heads lowered, shoulders slumped, hands clasped. They risk a frightened glance at you as you approach. Kindly Cheng's voice is nasal and rusty mean. My little pair of fuck-ups here told me all about what happened on the docks. She dips a pinky into a shot glass, brings it to her mouth, removes it with a sharp smack. How 2 of my best runners had their heads put out. How you need protection, and how you need to get their identities wiped before you get your heads put out too. Potentially leading the heat to my front door, placing me and everyone in my employ in danger. She fingers the rim of her glass. So wise. So very, very wise. The young shaman's eyes never leave the floor. We're sorry, Auntie. We thought... Her black eyes flash. You mustn't speak until you are spoken to, Gobbet dear. The smile turns mean. And since you are the one short hair away from being dumped in the river, chained to Isabel's corpse, I suggest you let your new friends here do the talking for a while. Does that make sense to you, dear? Her treacle voice is back, sweet, nasal, and grinding. Dark circles ring Gobbet's armpits. Yes, Auntie? Cheng inclines her head gently. Very good. You learned so quickly. Remain silent. She pours another drink. Her cheeks are rosy, already flushed. Now, my darlings, I understand from little Ratchet here that you came from Seattle to meet with my client, Mr. Black. Wu's jaw tightens at the word client. But before you could find him, the HKPF started splattering gray matter everywhere, and everything went to shit. And now you need your sins burned so you can disappear before you end up dead too. Is that right? Yes, ma'am. Very good. Why don't we start with you telling me who you are? Call me Kira. Oh, you've already chosen a street name. How prescient of you. Cheng looks at you approvingly. Kira. Good name. Has real character. I mean, it's my character. Now what's your real name? I mean, you do want me to erase your identities, don't you, dear? I'll need to know who you are first. Maybe not the best idea. I'm a decker. She rests her chin on a liver-spotted hand. Ah, like little Isabel here. I can't imagine traveling the Matrix. And how did you become a decker? I feel like that's supposed to be a question mark, not a comma followed by a period. I was military, then I wasn't. A corp trained me. I was a wage slave, private security. I spent a little time with Knight Errant. I've been in the cooler for a few. Wu's brow furrows and he shakes his head. Still can't believe it. Kindly Cheng whips her head around towards Wu, a nasty retort already on her lips, but then she stops, sticks out her lower lip as she sizes him up. She turns to her lieutenant standing behind her, nodding her approval. Looks like the gun show is in town. What's your name, gun show? Wu's focus remains straight ahead. Duncan Wu. cop, Lone Star. I hear there were some fresh corpses found on the docks tonight. Smugglers, I believe. Didn't sound like the Hong Kong police when I heard about it. You're doing, Duncan Wu? Wu's eyes remain fixed on a spot in the wall behind her. He smolders. I identified myself as Lone Star, but they wouldn't stand down. They had weapons. It was self-defense. She puckers her lips at him, her voice sing-song. I don't care, sweetie. They weren't my people. But now I know you're a life-taker, Mr. Gunshow. You and your friend here. She begins arranging Mahjong tiles on the table in front of her. But now I'm curious. Why were you meeting Raymond Black on the docks tonight? He's, our foster father. That makes her pause. Cheng lifts her bottle of swill and eyes the label, connecting the dots in her own head. Interesting. A look of disgust passes over her face. Sorry, kids, but he was looking like shit when I saw him. Eyes half open, dark circles around them, dragging his feet the whole bit. She tisks in displeasure. Your foster daddy was in a bad place. Tell us everything you know. Kindly Cheng rests her eyes on you for a long time. You can feel the room filling with uncertainty and anticipation. The Triad boss speaks patiently, as if to a child. Perhaps you misunderstand our relationship, Ms. Moore. You don't interview me. I interview you. But I will indulge this one question, since poor Duncan Wu here looks so worried. She eyes you for another moment and then continues. From what he said, it sounded like he was having nightmares. He would stop in the middle of a sentence and mutter something to himself. One time it was about the walls breathing or something. Another time it was about teeth. Thousands of teeth. I remember him drifting off near the end of our meeting. It looked like he was off somewhere else in his head. He said, I left prosperity in there. Then Nightjar put his hand on Mr. Black's shoulder, asked him why he wanted to go into the walled city so badly. That seemed to bring him back. When your old man opened his eyes, they were full of tears. Then he muttered something else I couldn't make out. She pours herself another shot, tosses it back, and rubs her belly. Your daddy got really irritating after a while. What do you think it means? I have no fucking clue. She grabs a long, slim cigar from a pack on the Mahjong table, lights it. Alright, let's get to it. She exhales smoke and points two fingers at you and Wu. You two need your sins burned, and you need them burned fast. Hong Kong dragnuts are bad news. When they roll in force. Armored personnel carriers, heavy armor, heavy weapons, sorcerers, the whole thing, and they aren't coming to arrest you. She folds her arms across her chest. The thin cigar bobs in her mouth as she speaks. The good news is, I can help you. With a wave of my hand, I can have your sins disappear. But you need to understand, my darlings, is that you're not asking for a simple request. Burning a sin isn't just deleting a number. It's wiping all reference to that number from all of the world's largest databases. It's masking your mugshot in their facial recognition database so that the first camera you walk past doesn't bring them down on you like a ton of bricks. It's covering our fucking tracks so that the act of burning our sin doesn't lead them right to us. It requires contacts in numerous corporations and the UCAS government. Smoke rolls out of the Triad boss's nose. It requires someone like me. Therefore, I need to make a choice. She takes another drag of her cigar and gently places her palm flat on the table. Do I kill you and dispose of your bodies before the cops come looking for you, or do I help you burn your sins? I have, wow, gang and Shadowrunner. So you can use either one. That's hilarious. Shadowrunner. Cheng rests her chin on her hand again and smiles at you coldly. So clever. So clever. Her chin stays on her hand, but her eyes look past you, surveying the Yellow Lotus soldiers in the room. Yes, I have been placed in a delicate situation, haven't I? Regardless, that's the situation whether you're alive or sucking dirt. She stares at you for a long moment, chin still on hand, thinking. Taps her ash on the floor without taking her eyes off of you. A low, reluctant growl rumbles somewhere deep in her throat. You'll live. You're clever, and I like that. I'll put your sins to the torch. However, I'll need to call in several valuable favors within my network to do it. And those favors do not come cheap. Kindly Cheng stubs out her cigar. You will owe me. Whatever you say, Auntie. can't say I'm surprised. What do you want us to do? I want you to deliver a message for me to a business associate in the walled city. The Yellow Lotus has a strong presence inside, Kira. Isabel can tell you all about it, can't you, dear? Isabel grew up in the walled city. Isabel's eyes remain lowered. They collect taxes for the corporations, extort protection money from shopkeepers, run drugs, guns, people. They hurt people. We do those things, yes. But to be fair, we also operate the walled city's black market. You might not be alive today if it weren't for that lifeline we provide. Isabel clams up tight. Chang picks up a Mahjong tile and turns it with her fingers. There's a red pole, a sort of enforcer, yes, on the inside. His name is Strangler Bao. Bao is a strong man, good soldier, but he has forgotten his place. I need you to remind him. Yeah. How want us to make an example of him? Did I say I wanted you to make an example of him? No, I want you to deliver a message. She tosses you a memory stick. Bring this to him in my name. And remember that Bao's men are my men. By right, they should all be serving me. Killing them would be a waste of resources. I have no use for dead soldiers. She turns to Gobbet and Isabel. One of you will go with these two Westerners to the walled city. Help them locate Bao and show them the ropes. The other will remain here with me. I have several menial and degrading tasks that need doing around the establishment. No matter who goes and who stays, you'll both pay for bringing an APB to my doorstep. Yes, Auntie. Yes, Auntie. Now, I'm gonna find out who ordered the hit on Nightjar and do some dentistry on him with power tools. She closes her eyes and smiles with pleasure. That boy was my favorite. He sang to me sometimes. She opens her eyes again and sneers. The other one I don't care about. Gutshot was an asshole. She turns away and waves you off with the back of her hand. That'll be all, my darlings. Return to me when you're done. Thanks for the... okay. Leave. Alright. Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, we're gonna... how do we pick who we're... okay. Well, I guess we'll figure out who we're going with next time. In the meantime, we're gonna call it here. After, again, another... lot of talky. I mean, we should not be surprised by this point that that's what this is gonna have in store for us, because that was Dragonfall all over. So yeah, cool. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.